Welcome to Wise Guys Barbecue. I'm Tommy the Butcher. We're here at the Marshfield Fairgrounds in Marshfield, Massachusetts for the 17th annual Marshfield Community Rib Cook-Off. It's a nonprofit charitable event packed with fun-filled adventure for the entire family, live music, food, but most importantly, barbecue. I'm here with President of MCRCO, Steve Halko-Sheehan, with his wife, Mary. Steve, Mary, pleasure to meet you. Thank you for taking your time. And please, if you could take us back to the very origin of this event and bring us through the evolution over the years.
Sure. So this event started back, it was a year after Katrina. We were down in Mississippi. We were down there doing a mission trip with the church that we belong to. And we were trying to figure out, I said, we need a way to raise money to do these mission trips. And I said, why don't we do a rib cook-off? And everyone kind of laughed at me. They're like, yeah, okay, good luck. And 6 months later, we held our first rib cook-off. We made money only because we did not take back all our expenses. We were like, yeah, we made money. It was like, yeah, okay.
In the church parking lot, by the way.
Well, we had ladies from the church who did cornbread.
We did it the night before, put it in the freezer.
Yeah. So it was a grassroots event. We grew out of the church at one point in time. We got to the point where we moved to the VFW, which is just down the street from here, from the Marshfield Fairgrounds. And then we had the year where the hurricane went by. It passed Marshfield on a Friday evening, and I can remember, I don't think I got a wink of sleep that night because all I could hear was the wind howling, the rain going sideways. I'm like, we're going to do this?
Yeah.
And we did at noontime, probably about 11:30, 12 o'clock. It was like this. It was sunny. It was a beautiful day.
Gorgeous.
We knocked it out of the park, and the people that were running it, we looked at each other and said, we need a bigger boat.
Yeah.
So now we're at the fairground.
Nice.
Our trajectory has been huge since we got to the fairgrounds. We had over 4,300 people show up last year. We served over 18,000 individual ribs.
Wow.
We raised over $72,000 that we distributed. We distributed over $72,000 to local charities.
Yep.
We funded 2 scholarships of $4,000 to kids coming out of Marshfield High. They don't have to go to college. It could be a trade school, a petition, if they want to be a tattoo artist. Whatever it is, if it's an endeavor that'll get them further along in their life, they submit an application. We have a team that looks at those, reviews them, makes a decision as to whether or not they're the type of student that we want. We already have money in the bank to do that again this year. Our hope is to grow that scholarship fund so that we can fund more than 2 students. But we'll see what happens every single year. This year we have 20 teams in. We have 3 local bands that will be playing. We have a Huey helicopter, which was used during the Vietnam War. There'll be Vietnam vets that will tell people about how that Huey was used during the time of the Vietnam War.
Yeah.
We have such a truck. We'll have something for the police station, the fire department. We have a cookie vendor. We have Bees Homemade Ice Cream. Casca Flag will be here. Social Smokehouse will be here.
Yeah.
We have Stellwagen Brewery, which is out of Marshfield, and then Break Rock Brewery, which is out of Marina Bay and Quincy. But Jay Southwood is one of the owners. He's a Marshfield guy. So he approached us a couple of years ago and said, hey, I'd like to be a part of the event. We brought him in. So we continue to try to find ways to grow this event, to raise as much money as we can so that we can push it out to the local community. People don't realize, they come here and it's like, oh, it's a rib competition. It is, but it's way more than that.
Yeah.
It is a fundraiser that's wrapped around a rib competition. So all the money that we raise goes to local charities. And we want people to understand that 100% of the day's proceeds, whatever we raise that day, 100% of that will go back to these local organizations. It's Marshfield Food Pantry. We have a new organization called Pathways to Potential, which works with the homeless kids, at-risk families in Marshfield to make sure that they can attend after-school programs. They can be on sports teams. They can go to summer camps. If they need books, if they need medications, whatever it is, we're there to help underwrite that, make sure that the families have what they need. We also give money to Marshfield FACTS, which is an organization that works with adults and families in the high schools and in the elementary schools and middle schools to educate them about the dangers of drugs and alcohol at adolescence and further on. One of the things we've learned is when kids start drinking and doing drugs when they're in their teens, it has a greater effect on them. Not that they should hold off and wait till they're 21, but obviously, if you get to that point, you're at a better point. So Marshfield FACTS does a really good job of getting into the schools and educating not just the kids, but their families as well, because it's important. And that kind of goes hand in hand because a lot of our at-risk youth are at risk because their parents had drug issues.
Yeah.
They may have a parent who's in prison or a parent who died doing an overdose. So they kind of marry one another really, really well. The food pantry has done wonderful work. They service 300 to 400 families in the town of Marshfield on a monthly basis. Then we have the Veteran Services of Marshfield that works with veterans locally in Marshfield who may need heating assistance or food assistance or money to repair a car. So we give them money as well. And then we work with the Gold Star Wives of Boston, and they do a lot of really good work with veterans outside of Marshfield. It's a little bit of a stretch for us, but we feel as though veterans are veterans. There's also a program that they're a part of is Reach Across America.
Yeah.
One National Cemetery, which is down on the Cape, I believe it's the second largest cemetery, internment cemetery for veterans and some of their family members.
Yeah.
There are 70,000 graves down there. Their goal is to try to cover every single one of those with a wreath. My uncle happens to be buried down there, so I take my mom down there every year. We lay a wreath on my uncle's grave.
Mm-hmm.
And we fill up the car with wreaths.
My father is.
Yeah.
So get me his location. We'll make sure that
I will. My father is there at the veterans.
One of the things we do is we reach out to people we know who have family members buried down there.
Yeah.
There are a couple of my clients that their sons and daughters are down there. So last year they gave me the location. We made sure there was a wreath put on that grave.
Yeah.
Part of the money that we give to them goes to that. The other part of it goes back to the veterans. So I think it's a really good, another really good match for what we do. Because our mission is just that, to raise people up, get them in a better spot. They're not looking for handouts. They're just looking to be in a good spot.
In a good spot.
And we're all human beings just trying to get through the day. We want to make sure that we can help them do that. Our goal is raising money for those not-for-profits. It's to have a great time at the fairgrounds.
Yeah.
People come enjoy some good music, some good food, plenty of good sides. We have plenty of activities for kids. Free parking. It's $12 to get in the day of. It's $8 if you buy a wristband ahead of time.
Yeah.
Kids under the age of 12 are free. All the activities we have for the kids are free.
I want to start talking about the food. So let's get into it.
Okay.
Because this is all about the ribs.
Yeah.
You have 20 cooks coming to this event on September the 6th. When do they arrive and when do they set up and begin their process of producing all the food for this spectacular event?
So it used to be that we rolled in here at 5 a.m. So they've now pushed me till we get here at 4:15.
So and they are already lined up along the street.
If you were looking at Google Maps, there's a traffic jam on Route 3A.
No kidding.
Are lined up. I'll come over because I come in the back way, so I come over the hill, and all I can see is a string of lights. And they're all here. They're ready to go. I open up the gate, and it's like, you open up the fire hose. We get them all slotted. They get into place. They pick up their ribs the night before. We supply all the ribs so that every team is working with the same quality of meat. And we also know that the quality that we're serving to the public is of the highest quality. We get it from Mutual Beef in Boston.
Nice.
We work with Mutual Beef for the past, out of the 17 years, probably the past 15 years.
They can't cook them, pre-cook them.
No,
they can rub them, and do everything, but they can't pre-cook them.
Right. So they show up here, 4:15. They get set up. They get themselves going. The trash talking starts probably about 5 o'clock. Gets really heated about 6.
Yeah.
All time out. But it is really a community event.
Yeah.
We have first timers, and they're a little like, okay, I'm not really sure what I'm doing here. And we set them over and over again. I will guarantee you that any team in this event, if you need a hand, they'll help you out.
Yeah.
Because they get it. It's about raising money.
Yeah.
It's about raising awareness. And that's the other thing that we really do is through the food and the entertainment, people come in and have a good time. And I will tell you that there are people that run restaurants that come here and try the ribs and they're like, their ribs are better than mine.
Yeah.
Oh, and they can smell them. I mean, you can smell them cooking for miles around. It's amazing.
And this is a mix of backyard guys as well as people who do some catering and do a little bit of light competition. So you get a little bit of a mix of everything. There was at some point in time a little push of like, well, wait a minute, if they're competing or they're a caterer, I'm a backyard guy. And I pointed out to them, and I think at that point in time, we had been doing like 12 or 13 years. How many of those guys have won? 0. So the guys that cater and the guys that compete, well, when I come here, we get guys that are backyard guys. They were beating them all the time. So I said to them, yeah, you can act all you want. Guess what? They still haven't beat you.
We haven't had a
I had one repeat winner in the 17 years.
Oh, okay.
Nice.
So it shows you that we have a good mix of teams. The teams have a lot of fun. And as I said, the quality of what you're going to get when you come here is the highest. That's why we work with Mutual Beef. That's why we make sure the teams follow all the health guidelines that we need to. We're very strict about that.
Yep.
And we hear it over and over again. You guys run a really good event. We pay attention to the details. If there's something that somebody needs help with, we'll be there in a minute to take care of it.
Yeah. They all post everything too. They're food safe and they're surf safe or whatever.
So
they have it all posted.
Yep. So we make sure that we follow. Board of Health is really good with us and give us, here's what you have to follow. And we make sure we stay within that. But again, it's a high quality event because of the fact that the teams care. They get it. They bring a good attitude and they bring their trophies.
And
so
it's
from
fun.
past years, because they're really nice trophies. You get bragging rights and nice trophies. There is one team that hasn't won. They bring their bowling trophies.
Hey, bring whatever you got, so as long as we have something.
There's all their bowling.
Yeah. Well, good for them. I mean, that deserves recognition as well.
It does.
Now, let me ask you this. From what I understand, you actually supply each team with 30 racks of St. Louis ribs.
It is. Well, some of them, the minimum to get in is now 40. It used to be 30.
Oh, it's 40.
Now it's
So
40.
do you supply the teams
Yes.
or with a minimum amount? Is it 40?
No, we'll supply them. We supply, they'll tell us how many racks they're going to cook.
Gotcha.
We'll head into Mutual Beef on Friday.
Yep.
We'll grab them. We have a refrigerated unit that we'll have here that we'll put them in and store them for the day. The teams show up between 4 and 6 on Friday afternoon. Generally, they show up with coolers. We load the ribs into their coolers and take them home. As my wife said, they can brine them, they can rub them. That's all they can do, and they have to maintain them. When they get here in the morning, we shoot temps into their coolers to make sure that they're at the temps they're supposed to be. Once they start getting them cooked, we know that they have a 4-hour window from the time they come off to the time they have to be served, the temperatures they have to maintain.
Because serving time is noon.
Yeah, we open the gates.
Serving is noon.
So the teams have plenty of time to get going. And we check temps throughout the course of the day.
Yeah.
We make sure, again, as I said, that they're following all the health guidelines that we're supposed to. But there are teams that will do 120 racks.
I was just going to ask that. You took the question right out of my mouth because I have heard that you got teams doing upwards of 100 racks.
They will.
Which is now they're donating their own expense to do those ribs.
Yeah.
Anything above what you supply,
We supply them all.
you supply it
Every
all.
rib, every rack.
So if somebody wants to do 100 ribs, you'll supply that.
They supply it.
We're going to pick up. We're going to pick up
I'm going to come and do it.
roughly.
We got a Wise Guys Barbecue. Next year, we're in it.
Come on.
We're going to do 150 ribs.
Yeah.
So, because we're going to pick up, it's like a little over 1,600 racks
Yeah.
is what we'll pick up on Friday. And we'll just, like I said, we have a 6x12 refrigerated unit.
And they leave early.
Go in there, they'll
He
stay
leaves
there
early.
until such time as we distribute them.
All right, could you explain to me how the judging goes on?
Yeah.
Now, from what I understand, you actually have a judging set up with actual judges. Then you have a people's choice.
Yes.
So there's two different.
Yeah. So
When you get your tickets, you get a People's Choice ticket. So you can try every rib. They all have hot dog holders and they have their names on them. So you'll know. And then what you'll do is they put the People's Choice in, and then of course I get to usually count them the next day.
So we have a popular vote, and the teams have tins on their tables. You put the card in there. The card tells you what to do. Try some ribs. Go for your favorite. So you put that in. We will count them. Not necessarily the next day, but we get them.
We do count them.
But the judging is, so we have a good panel of judges. It's a pretty good mix. We have actually a couple people who've done KCBS events. Bill Minahan, who has competed around and has a trophy room that'll blind you with all the stuff that he has in there. He's one of our judges. His wife, who actually has judged in the past, is one of our judges as well. So we think we have a really good crew of judges.
So here's how the judging takes place. What do we have? 3 tables or 4 tables?
4 tables.
4 tables. So I stand with my sidekick, Diane Dwyer. She's my sidekick. So they line up, usually at 2:15. What is the judging at 2:30?
2:30.
Okay. And what they do is I put number 1 on, she puts number 1 next to the name, and then we give it to someone else and they bring it to table 1. Then the second one goes to table 2, the third one goes to table 3, the fourth one goes to table 4, and then it rotates 5, 6, 7, 8. So it staggers.
Okay.
All right. So that when they're all done, we have them put them on the other side. All right. And then he'll tally them up. He doesn't know what he's tallying.
Yeah.
He tallies it up. And then we get the 3 that they like the best for each table.
There are 2 rounds of judging.
Yeah.
Nice. Now, do you ever have any leftovers? Do all the ribs go?
Last year we ran out of ribs.
No kidding.
Like 4 o'clock, which is It's tough to do, but people, that's one of the things people don't understand is there's only a certain amount of capacity that we have.
Right.
Yeah.
Teams can only cook so many racks of ribs.
Yep.
So,
I mean, 100 racks of ribs. I don't know what they're using for equipment.
so yeah, the judging is double blind because the judges aren't here when the teams put their.
And they cannot taste the ribs prior to
they're allowed
showing
show
up.
early, but they're not allowed to eat anything.
They can
after
talk
the
to
judge.
them.
Yeah.
They can do anything, but they can't taste
So
them.
what'll happen is they'll go through, they'll write down their scores, we'll tabulate them. The top 3 off each table get to move forward. Then they move a table to the left, so that they get rotated. So if you're on a table that had a little, had judges that were a little tough scoring wise, which most of them really aren't, they're pretty fair about it. You get to move on to another table for the second round, and then we figure out from there the top 3. This year we're gonna have a little fun because we have the Marshfield Police Department that has joined the fray.
Right.
Marshfield Fire Department's been in it for a few years, so we've been like, hey boys. So now the police department's in. I said,
Pony up.
we're gonna get. So now we have a Marshfield First Responders trophy.
Right.
The winner between the two of them. They've already started. We had a safety meeting here a few weeks ago with the fire department and the police department were here. And the trash stock started. It just started. I'm like, gosh, it's 3 weeks away. They're like, I'm like, okay, this is good. So it'll be, it'll be some fun.
All right, sounds like an amazing event. I highly encourage you all to come on down and check it out. For more information, go on www.mcrco.org. Once again, that's www.mcrco.org for more information. Steve, it was an honor and a pleasure. You made my job easy. All I had to ask was one question. He covered everything. So,
I told you he would.
Mary, it was nice to meet you. Thank you for your time.
Thank you.
We greatly appreciate it.
See you all September 6th, 12 to 7, Marshfield Fairgrounds. Be there or don't be there, but you'll miss something.
Be square, because you'll smell
This
it.
guy's got it. Let me tell you, we love it.